Oh yeah, sexy biscuits. Nice.
Long Blues 1975. A YouTuber's on the rise. Reviewing games late at night and sometimes friends. But Long Blues 1975.
Welcome to another comparison video. Much like my IK Plus vs Fist Plus comparison video on the Commodore 64, well, I say much like, pretty much exactly the same as, but this time round it's going to be on the ZX Spectrum. I think it's safe to say when I did that gameplay video, and that's dependent upon when I make this one live, obviously, we saw that IK Plus was basically just the more all-round polished product and superior game over Fist Plus. That's not to say that Fist Plus was a bad game. You know, it was a very good, competent fighter, you know, three on the screen at once fighter, if you will. And yeah, it just was not in the same ballpark as this. So my OCD dictates that I should probably, because I compared both of those games to each other, well, I've done comparisons of IK on ZX Spectrum versus Commodore 64 and same with Fist Plus, but I want to do now IK plus Fist Plus on ZX Spectrum. That whole start of this video completely and utterly got away from me, but much like that version, this got like amazing reviews. System 3, 1987. That's Ron Hubbard. Legendary Ron Hubbard. There is a 48K version of this. Obviously this is the 128K, and that's some AY chip goodness by Ron Hubbard. Yeah, this got great reviews across the board. Now, from what I can tell, you can toggle the music on. This is a demo, obviously, but there's no sound effects, and you can, sorry, put it back on. If I turn it off and then press S, I don't know, I can't get sound effects. So for, I don't like awkward silence, we're going to go, excuse me, Kung Fu gives me a gacky throat. We're going to go with music. I'm sure there is a way. I'm sure I mentioned this years ago when I played this just by itself in an actual gameplay video. So anyway, let's get into this. Right, so fire. Right, I'm the guy in white who are on joystick. You've got the exact same move list as you have on the Commodore 64, which you would expect. Don't press fire if you want to. Oh, sexy. The animation is superb. Say that straight away. Don't press fire if you want to punch, because you just do up. Upright. Ooh, you bastard. Ooh, look at that. Do you know what, right? Obviously, graphically, it's not as nice as Commodore 64. I would say that the animation is on par. And they've worked really well with the limitations of the Spectrum colour, i.e. all the characters and, well, different variations of white and black to get around attribute class, but we do have a very nice background. Oh, get some of that in your face, of which he did. But it looks fantastic. The animation is absolutely superb. It's been ages since I played Fist Plus on the Spectrum. I can't remember how well I remember it being pretty good, because obviously always the dreaded ball stage. Oh, look how slow it is. That's a lot slower than the Commodore 64 version. I'm not gonna knock those apples. Look, I'm a plasterer. To be fair, it's no different how Miyagi taught, you know, Machio karate. I personally think he wasn't teaching him karate. He just thought, dumb bastard, I'm going to get him to paint my fence for free. This is well easier than the Commodore 64 version. It's like the people throwing the balls off screen aren't even trying. But I wish I had sound effects. Again, I don't know if that's a ROM thing. I'm playing this on FBZX Wii, on my Wii. Gave that one away. But yeah, just a little thing like sound effects and, because they karate, music at the same time is a big deal. I do like the way that, you know, there's lots of colour. Oh, you bastard. Lots of colour in the actual background, which obviously the whole bottom, they kind of did the same thing with the Commodore some degree, it's the whole bottom of the screen. You know, it's blank, which gets around our attribute class in this, but that sun effect is fantastic. Grey wins, black stays in, white is out. If you look at the top of the screen, you've got your time to the right, and you've got your score system for all three fighters at the top left to the middle of the top of the screen, and it's pretty much, oh look at that, same as Commodore 64. In fact, this is very, very, very close to the Commodore 64. Not as good looking, not as colourful, but everything is in there, which you can see. But I just can't get over how bloody good the animation is. Or awful I am at it. Oh, turn around kick. That's what it's called. When I did Taekwondo, that's exactly what it was called. Now we're going to teach you the turnaround kick. Oh, this is just so nice to control. Oh, it's just about to punch you in the spine. And the music's fantastic, and they have shadows, as does the Scoremaster. I'm only interested in doing the turnaround kick, so I'm going to turn around. No, I'm not. I'm going to chin you, motherfucker. Also, if anyone wonders, the reason I'm uploading these videos, I could have done the turnaround kick in 480 at the moment is, if you watched the last couple of Fat Fridays, and I'll be doing it again in this Friday, my internet's been absolutely atrocious for 2 weeks. BT fixed it for one day, then Storm Eunice came, and Storm Eunice knocked the power out for 14 hours. That was fun. I just went to bed. I thought, at least when I'm unconscious, I'm not going to miss the power or the internet. Dreams are a form of entertainment. But yeah, and now we can't even get hold of British Telecom, and it's not just me, it's the entire region. So basically, a 20-minute video in 720, which isn't even HD, takes pretty much 6 hours. So if I do 480, a 20-minute video, it only takes 3. I know, and I'm determined to not have how shit BT are stop me from having a YouTube channel, because I like doing stuff like this. It's fun. Anyway, right, annoying that I can't have sound effects at the same time, but again, I'm pretty sure that's I love that sound then, something I'm doing and not the game, or maybe the ROM. But yeah, not as good as the Commodore 64. It's not a Commodore Spectrum comparison video. I have done this there. It's not, you know, because of the colour, but the animation's spot on, and every game mode, you know, move, you know, things like attention to detail, such as the shadow, like the ball guys aren't even trying then, is in it. The ball game's far easier. So, oh, he says, and he gets twatted, ironically, in the balls. But yeah, this game is fantastic. Let's... Oh, that doesn't get old either. Oh, let's have a look at Fist Plus on the Commodore 64. 64? No, ZX Spectrum. Done that video, Dave. Done that video. And see how it compares, and see if it's similar to the comparison on the Commodore, which is one of these is clearly the superior, more polished product. Spoiler alert, I think it probably is going to be the same on here. Well, that's the first question answered, isn't it? That the loading screen is always got animation. That's goofy as hell. Is just as bad looking, possibly a little bit more, than you know, the Commodore 64 version, and also it's clobbering time. Dude thinks he's the thing. Anyway, interesting, on the Spectrum version we get a title screen. I know for a fact that there is a demo. I do like the, you know, that the fact Fist Plus is made out of bricks, and I do like the fact that there's a nice little moonlit alleyway scene to the right of that, which has got nothing to do with the background in the game, but that's a very nice looking title screen, so at least it gets that over IK Plus, because that had no title screen. That's possibly going to be the only one, so let's get into it. And it's 1 to 8K. Interesting to know that the most badass fighter of them all is Pamela there at number 1. So yeah, again, this is a year or so after International Karate, so you'd think they would bring their A game, Player A, Sinclair, to Kempston's, and you know, knowing what they were up against, they would make it a lot more polished. So 1 player game, let's get into it. Prepare for first bout, ranking novice. So yeah, it's a 1 to 8K version then. Right, novice at the bottom, just so you know. I'm the guy on the left. I'm the guy without the shirt, but without the baseball bat cap, and we got that weird twisty thing again, otherwise known as a cartwheel, and without a ninja mask, because obviously we have no colour. So what they did on IK Plus is, you know, different shades or, you know, transparency, I guess, if you could call it that, on the Spectrum. Yeah, on the Spectrum, sorry. That was me. To, you know, represent the various colours. This one, it's a question of headgear and, well, not who's wearing a shirt, because apparently none of us can wear a shirt. The background's alright, it's nice, bright and colourful, especially for the Spectrum. There's no music, definitely no music on this one, not a question you can turn it on, but we do have sound effects, and we do have chunky sound effects. Now, here's the thing, the animation is completely, again, you could say it's streets ahead of other Spectrum fighting games, but it's crap compared to IK Plus, iClay. I do like the chunky sound effects though. Might just be a case of that we actually got sound effects. No! Turn around. I don't have a back kick. I do! Get some of that in your life. Controls are alright, a little clunky, nowhere near. I can do that though. Nowhere near as nice. How do you turn around as IK Plus? They are definitely clunky compared to that. It's same as the Commodore. That game was absolute bloody silk. In the sweaty mess of all topless three blokes, when you get into the pit, if you will, you two kind of learn. You kind of forget who you are. So I guess some sort of colour, you know, or shading like they did on the Commodore, sorry, losing my brain. Spectrum version of IK Plus would be better, but it is really not taking. Obviously, you can see at the top of the screen you have a far more easier to read. That's upright when I'm facing the other way. Upright when I'm facing left is back kick, and obviously vice versa. Player 2 wins the bout, player 3 is knocked out. Prepare for second bout, so I made it then. Presentation at the front end of it is, you know, far better. Interesting that I'm playing on joystick, but I have to hit a key to continue. The animation is nowhere near as good, but it's still quite good for... Oh, I want to do that. A Spectrum fighting game. Get some of that in life. Oh, no sound effect on the second one, but I double back kicked them both, so, or double back kicked sequentially them. This is far more clunky than I remember. All the moves are in it from the original Fist game, apart from that back kick is a new one. Punch is a little bit awkward. I think simply because of the nice, you know, the moving effect of the sun in the lake, I prefer the lake. I'm a lake guy. Oh, I thought it was the bloke in the hat. Yeah, you can... It gets a bit confusing. I want to punch him in the face. I'm sorry. That was clearly in your face. The controls are clunky as hell. It's rapidly playing out like it did on the Commodore. Although, having said that, the Commodore version wasn't as clunky compared to this. I love my beloved Spectrum, but... Oh... This is far clunkier than I remember, and the animation, look how quick it is. Ooh, it is a nice fighting game. And there's... Ooh, enough going on here, you know, to be entertained. That's my style, mate. Is that AI then? He's thinking that works. Ooh, that's a bit jarring. That's very, very, very jarring. Again, I wish I could press fire to skip this. Get ready. Bonus game. Oh, is it? What the? Wait. I don't remember this. So there's no sound effects. I'm moving a bloody great cursor, and am I shooting a Chinese dragon? There's no sort of threat going on. You know. This is shit. What is this? Okay. Do I even have time? Can I even leave? There's got to be something I'm doing wrong here. Oh, look. Okay. I'm interesting. I like that bit there. Thinks it's James Bond. Interesting that they tried something, but that was ridiculous. And crap and clunky as the Shinobi S rip-off one was on the Commodore, they should have just done that. Anyway, let's round up. It's not a terrible fighting game. Fist, originally where the Exploding Fist on Spectrum is way, way, way better than this. Side 2 of Fist 2, probably not so much because you still have the one hit, you know, kick, kill, punch, knockdown mechanic in this one. But comparing it to IK Plus, much like the Commodore 64, although I think there's less of a gap between Commodore 64, Fist Plus and IK Plus than there is these two. But yeah, IK Plus absolutely wipes the floor of this. You know, again, cash grab. Why would you, if you own IK Plus, why would you buy this unless you had such a hard on for, you know, 3 players beating the shit out of each other on screen at once? But I think we knew that was going to happen, this conclusion, and I just had to do it because I'm OCDC, new rock band there, AC/DC cover band. I'm OCD like that. Anyways, I'd love to know what you think, especially if you've played either of these, one over the other of these, and you know whether your experiences are similar to mine. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you later.